Guys, I cannot believe I did it again. I bought another Gravely. That's right, guys. This is the Gravely ZTX 42-inch deck zero-turn mower. Now, I have to say this is a residential mower. This is not a pro-grade mower. However, it works for what I need it for. You guys know that I have, or had, I still have it, a Hustler Raptor SD 42-inch deck mower. And it was getting old. It was getting a little rickety. You guys know that I broke the one hydro mount on the right side, and so I had a breakdown with the Toro Multiforce, and I just didn't feel comfortable using that mower every day, all day. I just didn't think that it was going to hold up, so I went out and I purchased this one. Got a great deal on it, and 0% financing for like 36 months or whatever. This thing cost me like, I don't know, 3,500 bucks, 3,200 bucks, something like that. Very reasonable. The Hustler Raptor SD cost me 4,000 a couple years ago. Now, I do want to go over some of the things that I like and some of the things that I dislike about this mower. And there's quite a bit that I dislike about it. However, for the price point, for what I need it for, I'm okay with having some things that I don't like with it. So let's start with the things that I like. All right, the first thing that I really like, it's got the same engine that my Hustler Raptor SD has. Exact same engine, actually. They have made just a few upgrades, like the oil fills, or the oil spout thing there. They upgraded that. They have a little bit of a tube system with this, which I haven't had to change the oil yet, which that is going to be a pain in the butt. I can see that already. That little yellow thing down there, that's the oil drain. I have to drain the oil through there somehow. That's going to be a pain. Didn't even think about that when I bought it. Doesn't really matter. Gets used like 3 times a week, so I'm not too hepped up on that. Also, I think it has the exact same hydros that the Hustler Raptor SD has. So I'm very psyched about that because those two together are very powerful. They work great. I love that combination. The seat is really comfortable. I really like that. The steering is also solid. It's nice. I don't have any problems with that. The deck is really light anyway, but it's got a nice deck assist level here. And so, you know, I can't complain about this mower at all. Now let's go into some of the negatives. So I am going to complain about it a little bit. First thing is, it's a 42-inch deck. I get it. It's a small deck. However, one of the pluses that I forgot to mention is that this 42-inch deck has 3 blades. The Hustler Raptor only has 2 blades. And what the Raptor did, and you guys know this from my previous videos, it left a teeny tiny little strip right between the middle of those blades. And I hated that. It made me double cut every single time. So I went with the 3 blade setup. I think it's going to work great. It has been working great for now. The cut quality is okay. It's not great. We all know that Gravely doesn't cut great up in the north, but this will get me by. This works great for what I need it for. Just some backyards that have gates that I don't want to push mow, that I can't get my 52 through. So it's got a nice big gas tank. I like that. I like that it's on the right side, or the left side of the mower rather. Same side that I fill my Gravely, or not my Gravely. Ugh, I can't talk. Same side as the Toro grandstand, so that works out really good for fueling up. Now let's go into some of the negatives here. It's a 42-inch deck. It's a small deck, but I want to show you guys this. Okay, So you see where this front caster is, it's right in line with the edge of that deck. Now if you look a little farther, that back tire, there is about 1/8 of an inch that is not even with that deck. That back tire is in just 1/8 of an inch. It gives you no room to get up close to anything. So this is basically a straight cutting mower. You're not going to be doing much getting close to anything. Okay, now let me show you something else. Look at the side of this mower. Okay, that deck could have and should have been moved up about 10 inches. They could have shrunk down the body of this mower and put the deck right up here on this wheel, kind of like the Hustler Raptor is. That would allow you to get closer to things in the front. As it is, I can't get closer to anything in front of me than about, say a foot. If it's like a wall, I can't get any closer than a foot, and that's generous. I mean, so that's a design flaw. In my opinion, that is a big design flaw, as well as the width of the front casters. They could have brought those front casters way in and made the front, leave the back. You could leave the back, move the front casters way in so that you could get closer to things as you're turning, and it would have been way better. Okay, now another con to this mower is that the front end is super light. I mean, super light. It bounces when you do things. If you run into a divot with your front caster, it'll jerk. And so that is a con with this mower. But the plus side of that is that it's got a very light footprint. I don't really care for the overly wide tires for this mower, but it's okay because it holds hills really well. And that's one plus that I really like about this mower, is that it holds hills way better than the Hustler Raptor ever did. So that's a plus with the back end, but I really think they could have brought these front casters in a lot closer together so that you could have gotten a little closer to things. But other than that, I mean, it's not a deal breaker, guys. It's just my opinion on, what I would have liked to see. I mean, obviously I bought the mower, so it wasn't a deal breaker. All right, the next thing I want to show you guys, another little bit of a design flaw. Okay, when you pull in the sticks, they rub on the plastic right here. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it is pushing the plastic. It's pushing the plastic. You can see that there? So it rubs that plastic once you pull those sticks in you're steering. That is another design flaw. They should have cut these out farther. They should have cut these out farther so that wasn't rubbing. Because, I mean, look at that. It's touching. It never does not touch that plastic. Okay, so that's another design flaw with this mower. I get it. It's a residential mower. It's cheap. It's inexpensive. It's gonna do what I need it to do. So I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing these things out if you are considering purchasing the ZTX 42-inch deck. Okay. Another thing I think they could have done is put some of this non-stick stuff, like non-slip stuff, here. Okay, this gets really slick when it's wet, when your boots are wet. That gets very slick. All right, now the next thing that I want to point out, okay, so I have no problem with the starting platform, anything like that. However, it would be nice to have a ball here. That's a little strange. I've never seen anything like that before. It's fine. It doesn't bother me too much. The thing that does bother me, though, is the height adjustment. Okay, and it's not necessarily the height adjustment. This is pretty cool. It's a dial system, but the only problem is that every time that you lower this deck, you have to push the foot forward and adjust this to where you want it. So right now it's at 4.5 inches. That's as high as it goes. When I go to cut a lawn at 3.5, I got to push that foot pedal down and adjust it to 3.5. For transport, I have to adjust it back to 4.5. There's not a push, there's not a latch that catches it that you can release to drop the deck down easily. So that's a con for this. I mean, again, it's not a deal breaker. If you're a homeowner, you're going to leave it set at what it's set at. I get it. You know, I'm not trying to nitpick, but I'm trying to show you every little thing that I have noticed in the 7.2 hours. Come on, focus there. In the 7.2 hours that I have put on this. I'm just trying to point out everything that I have seen that could be considered a flaw, manufacturer's defect, or whatever, you know, an engineering flaw, whatever. I do like, you can put a hitch on the back. You can also put on a bagging system with this mower. So that's a big plus. That's a big plus. Again, the seat is really comfy. Now, it's not super comfortable, but it's pretty comfortable. I mean, it's nice, I'm going to say. I mean, that's about it, guys. I have to get used to the brake here instead of in the handles. But other than that, I mean, that's also not a deal breaker. That's fine. So that's really it for this mower. If you can see past those things, which, again, none of those things are a deal breaker. I mean, it cuts pretty good. It does what I need it to do. If you're a homeowner, it's going to do what you need it to do. I do have high lift blades coming for this mower. As you guys know, Amazon is running pretty slow right now, and so it's taking a while for those to come. I ordered them about 2 weeks ago, and it's taking a while for them to come. It is what it is. We can't make them go any faster. So, guys, this is a pretty cool mower, honestly. I love the design of it. I think it's a really cool design. I do think there's a few things they could have done differently. It seems like they probably just took the frame from another style mower. Like, it seems like you could throw on a bigger size deck on this mower, and you would have plenty of power with the 22 horse engine to run a 48-inch deck on this thing. And I think that's maybe what they did, is they just decided, you know what, we're just gonna take off the 48-inch deck and we're gonna fit a 42-inch deck on here. And I will say, with the front casters being so wide, it is hard to get through a very tight gate, because I have some gates that are 44 inches and it is very tight to get through there. Wouldn't be so bad if it was just the deck, but it can get pretty tight. So that's it for this mower, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this first look at the Gravely ZTX 42-inch deck mower. You know, it does what I need it to do, and if you're a homeowner, if you're a small business owner, and you need just something that's gonna get the job done in a backyard, this could be the mower for you. So check it out at your local dealer. And guys, that's it. Please, if you like this video, check out our playlist of other reviews right over here. There's a ton of equipment reviews there, and I will see you guys over in one of those videos.